Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your energy in the comments below. And as always, with all of my readings, happiness is the goal, guys. Happiness is the goal. Always the goal. So let's talk about Generation 3 in the year 7. So, for my Generation 3s, you guys are, as I described you guys, a worker bee. So you guys like to get shit done, right? So with the 3, um, one of your skills is going to be communication. And with this generation number, it's kind of like communication, relationships, and how that relates to you building yourself up. So over this next year, you guys will be kind of conducting an inventory of what works in your relationship, what works with your communication style, your creative style. And I want to say that what I'm feeling right now is that you guys want to get a lot done. And I feel like this vibe of having your voice muffled, because you want things to work out in a certain way. So you may not say this, or you may not do that. And things are, I kind of feel like surprises, right? Things are going to happen. Like the truth is going to come out whether you express it or not. So I get this whole vibe to get ahead of it, that you guys may be dealing with the instance this year where you're going to have to make a choice between kind of like that studious side of yourself and then the creative side. 7 is all about balancing the 3D with the 5D. So I really feel that you guys are going to find some kind of balance between, what you love to do and what you have to do. Right, so these generation readings are all about the instincts that are going to be prominent this year. Based on this being a year 7 and based on you being a generation 3. I did do life path year ahead, so I do encourage you guys to read that as well. So we have 5th chakra, throat chakra. I don't fuck around, y'all. Spirit be giving me the messages, okay? I set clear boundaries for my own behavior, and I cultivate a strong will by being true to myself. I use my willpower to accomplish my daily tasks and spiritual goals and to encourage uplifting thoughts and behaviors in myself. Doing this will assist me on the next stage of my physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual growth. I stay in touch with my positive thoughts and truth by avoiding substance abuse. My will is strong. My mind is clear. So the whole substance abuse thing, I do feel like you guys may have some kind of addiction already. Okay, because this is how I feel, right? When you are kind of like in your third eye energy, which is a very creative energy, it kind of connects you with the world outside of your own, outside of this physical world. And so with that can come a lot, right? We can feel a little bit diminished by the truths that are out there, and sometimes that can lead to addictions and abuse. Now it says substance abuse, but we all know that that substances are not the only things that you can abuse and be addicted to. So be careful with your addictions, because what I feel right now is that failure may take its toll on you, or failure may be very harsh to you, especially something that you have worked so hard for. But remember that failure is only temporary, right? Sometimes when we fail, it's so that we can move directions or we can learn something, so that when we are further along, we don't fail. So I don't want you guys to feel like failure is going to be the end, you literally have to work through things that aren't working out, because that's literally that's what you need to do. That's your goal this year. That is your goal. Willpower and determination. Set your sight, set those goals, and then move forward. If you have to tweak them a little bit, that's fine. But there's no such thing as failure. There is giving up, there is quitting, but there is no failure. Failure does not exist. We are doing what we need to do, and sometimes it doesn't work out exactly how we want, but that doesn't make us failures, and that doesn't mean that you failed. So the general instincts that are opening up, Spirit, now you know I am not reading all these cards, honey. All right, so I'm going to take this one, I'm going to take this one. Okay, so we have the 9 of air, the 5 of water, and the sun, right? And this is what I was talking about, failure. Okay, so let's talk about it. In a regular deck, the 9 of air is the 9 of swords. This is when the guy is on the bed and he's up all night. It's like that feeling of anxiety. 5 of cups is normally grief, and the sun is normally success. Okay, so right, so this is what I was talking about a failure, about something keeping you up at night, about feeling like you're drowning, right, and barely having you see this, it's like going out on a limb and feeling like you taking that chance kind of puts you in a worse position, right? What I see though is something about setting down new roots, right? I feel like people reaching out to you because it's failure, whatever it is, y'all, whatever this is that's not going to work out, that's causing you anxiety right now as we speak, is leading you to a place of success. Now, what I see is somebody, or this could just be an energy, reaching out to you and you finally seeing it very, very clearly, right? This is it feels like a sink or swim moment. We have the 5s here. 9 of air. The sun is normally 19, which comes to 1. But 19 is a karmic life path number as well. So I always say whenever the karmic life path numbers come out, that you guys have to be careful of not allowing people to manipulate you or use your personal power as their own. Or you have to be careful not to use your power in a negative way or use your gifts in a negative way. Because it's not going to reflect good on you in the end, on your soul, on your spirit, anything like that. But I do see something coming towards you that could go either way, right? So we could either build up in this negative energy, or we can come out and we can really thrive and grow. That's what I'm getting, like new roots, new family. This is the second time I've seen new family in these generation readings. So yeah, you guys may be connecting with new family, whether that's having a kid or literally somebody being married into your family, or you being married into someone else's family, right? And then we have the Ankh here. So yeah, I feel that heavy. And then if you guys notice, it's 3 suns. I feel like this is really speaking to you guys, right? The number 3, when it comes to the third house is about communication. The 5th chakra is about communication, right? So we also have the sun here, which represents the 5th house, which is about ego, which is about security and who you are. It's about your personality and things like that. So I do think that you guys I feel like you're coming out on top. You just have to make sure that you are clear and honest with yourself, right? You know how they say it's 3 sides to every story. It's your side, it's my side, and then there's the truth. And the reason why it's like that is because we see things based off of our past experiences. We see things based on how we feel right now. And as people love to use that word objective. There's really no such thing, right? Because whenever I look at something, I see it from my eyes and who am I? You know what I'm saying? And the things that I've been through. So I can reach back and pull back on these experiences like, yeah, I know that it might not be alarming to you when you hear someone say these certain words, but it's alarming to me because I know what happens after you see and after you hear those certain words, right? It's why certain professions, they behave a certain way. So I do want you guys to keep that in mind. We have Pluto right here, and right, I don't know if I was thinking about Pluto earlier, but anyway, when it comes to Pluto, Pluto is about Pluto can represent manipulation, and it can represent secrets. So I would definitely be careful with that, because here, just reading the planets that are out. So we have, this is Mars, right? This is not Mars. This is Venus. Okay. So Venus, Uranus, Pluto, and then the sun, right? Which is a planet, but it's not a planet. It's a fucking star. Pluto ain't even a planet. You know what? Let's not get technical in this shit, okay? So anyway, we have Venus and Uranus. So Venus represents love, right? Venus represents this part of life that is good, happiness, should be cultivated, beauty, the things that we want in life. So it's kind of like both sides of the physical things, like, hey, I want stuff, right? Which is kind of like the Taurus vibe. And then it's, hey, I want love, which is kind of like the Libra vibe of it all. And then we have Uranus, which represents these massive changes, this unexpectedness, this thing that you just did not expect or you weren't even thinking about it. But it's also a revolution and it's innovation. So even though something may be causing you anxiety right now, you're moving toward this place where you're reevaluating love and reevaluating these things that you really need. And you are making those changes. But see, you have to communicate them. And I say this all the time. If you want to put forward some things in your life, and you have to make sure that you are saying it out loud, that you aren't only thinking it in your head, but that you are also putting forth the effort into those things as well. Then we have the sun, which I already described the sun, but the sun is kind of like we revolve around the sun, right? So, which is why it represents ego, because a lot of us really think that the sun is the center of the universe or the center of, I don't know, the galaxy, and the sun is the center of our solar system. So we may feel that it means more than it actually means, right? Because when it comes to the rest of the universe, our sun is very insignificant. But when it comes to our world, when it comes to Earth itself, the sun is very, very important. It is a life force. So I would say that that means that when you are reevaluating yourself and the things that you want and the things that you need to keep in mind that things are going to be important to you, and then they're going to be important to the people that you have a direct connection to. It may not always mean something to somebody on the outside. I may not understand. And again, this is all about, hey, it's all in the eye of the beholder. So what are you seeing and what are you spreading? Right? And I hope that helps you guys. I think I want to pull some runes for you. So let me grab a rune set. Let's get these red runes. Let's use the red runes. Okay. So I kind of want to pull. You know what? This has been very zodiac driven, so I'm gonna pull one of these zodiac cards too. So a message for our generation threes for 2023. Message for our generation threes. We did get a card, honey. We got Jupiter 18 coming to a 9. So we have not discussed Jupiter, but Jupiter is Sag energy, growth, expansion, amplification, luck, miracles, right? So with Uranus and Jupiter here, it's kind of like expect the unexpected, right? But this is good things. So I want you guys to make sure that you are moving forward in things that mean something to you. Don't just bullshit because it's the easy way, because you're not going to get what you want like that. Okay, so we got Ansus, we have Manas coming out in reverse, and then we have Thagas. Okay, y'all, this means dawn. This is revelation. These are messages. And then Manas is kind of like the practicality of things. It literally means man. But it is coming up in reverse. So this is manipulation and isolation. So a couple things, right? The number 9 represents endings. It also represents an accumulation of things. Now, this is something that is supposed to bring you some kind of good luck and help you expand out into the world, right? And this is something that you are going to need to realize. Remember how I said in the beginning about failure, right? Some things can look like a fail, but it's really not. Now, this Ansus really represents the letter A. All right, let's put that right there. Anyway, it does represent messengers, messaging. It represents you getting some kind of message in general to yourself. Both of these can be revelations and signs. So I think that you guys are going to be heavily guided during this time. But then we have self-delusion here. So definitely be careful. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. You guys may have a very open third eye, which can be dangerous if the rest of your chakras aren't balanced out. So do what you can to make sure that your chakras are balanced. Remember, we are talking about a whole year. Nothing happens overnight, but you need to be intentional with the words that you spread, with the things that you say, and all of that. Try to be encouraging, not only to others, but be encouraging to yourself. And then I'm really getting this vibe to kind of figure out who your family is. You guys may have this energy of considering family anyone you're blood related to, and I really want you guys to go back and rethink that thought, and make sure that you are intentionally, look at this, Eshu on the bottom. This card means you can choose which way you want to go. It's all up to you. With the cat here, the cat is intuition. The cat is your spirit guide. So make sure that you are doing the things that that would reflect good on you. Spirit is like, man, you are choosing your direction. And you guys have to have faith that that is the right direction, right? So let's get a final message for our Gen 3s. Final message for our Generation 3s. The truth shall set you free, okay? Just some serious enlightenment. Y'all gonna learn a lot. And you can't just keep it to yourself. Look at this. The Village. This is the Tower card. So, as things fall down, as the things that haven't been working, as they are removed from your life, worry about building up things that are working. The things that are working. Okay, sorry for that bad English. Let's see, what's this? 3 of Water. Spirit, Listen, Spirit really wants you guys to kind of like celebrate your life, right? Celebrate the things that you love, celebrate with the people that you love. But that is not to say that you shouldn't recognize the truth. And if somebody is going against your spiritual alignment, your creative alignment, your mental alignment, you have to take the necessary steps so that you aren't supporting bullshit energy, and to make sure that that energy is not bringing you down, okay? So that's all I have for my Gen 3s. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, leave your experiences in the comments below. And as I said, happiness is always the goal. I will see you guys next time.